Hey, my last video was how about how I use Canva to supplement some of my other tasks and like sort of it you can go back and watch it, but it was just about like people were kind of like bitching and saying, is Canva for professionals or is it professional? And I'm like, yes, it is. Um, and just a recap, I've been in the business like 25 years and I'm a graphic designer and I totally know all the creative cloud, Adobe. I love it. But Canva is like a supplement. So I have Canva up here right now and I have a bunch of sweatpants that I want to make into Etsy listings. So basically, you know, in reverse, I start out in Printify. So here's Printify. In Printify, I have my products. And if I we're gonna I'm gonna show you what I did with joggers because there's several variations of the jogger, but I don't want to create my own mockups necessarily the way that you would typically do them. There's many ways to do things, but this I have found really most streamlined for me. And so in my last video, I was saying that I did screenshots. And the part of the problem with the screenshots, and I'm going to open this one up. So this is obviously in edit mode. So the problem with screenshots is that once you some of these, for instance, if I go to the mockup library into the Printify mockups, for instance, I think it was I don't remember which or where I was getting the mock-up from before. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. Oh, I know what it was. So the way that I was doing it before was from this screen. And I would go in here and click. And so I would do a screenshot from here. The problem is that these little stupid things were getting in my way of one of the screenshots. It's obviously not this one. It must have been, I know what it was for. It was for the underwear. Here. So for the underwear, there's a certain shot that I like. I kind of like this point of view. Is that what it is? This angle, this camera angle. But this little arrow right here is preventing me from getting like a clean screenshot. So if I were to do a screenshot here, put it into Canva, for instance. Let's do like a clean page and I'm doing copy or control V for paste. And let's say I go in here and I like want to do the background remover. It removes the background, but this little stupid thing is still there. So I was like, oh, that sucks. Like it bugged me. It bugged me enough that I was like, okay, what else can I do? So I figured out how to do it. And that is instead of going through that first screen, you go into, let me start over because I'm just like all over the place. So I'm in Printify My Products. I'm going into my little so before I was going in here and doing screenshots, but now I'm going in here into edit design. Just go through here. You have to hit save product every time. And then if you go into mockup library, this will show you the current whatever color you've got. So you can download it. So many of them have a transparent background available. Some don't. So I just whatever is there. So with background. And I am going to just for these purposes so I can find things easily. I don't know. I'm gonna just do it. You'll just have to see my crazy filing system here. I've got joggers. And for right now, we're just gonna do blue joggers just for simplicity for this demonstration. Then if I also want the man, see, there's a gray one in there. And that's like something that I have found. So here's blue, there's gray. It's like, why is that happening? Because whatever is in the edit design color mode is what it's going to be. If I wanted to change it to yellow, I'd have to go there. By the way, like my design is like here, so that's why. So save product. And now if I were to go to Mockup library, in a perfect world, these would all be yellow, but they're not. The only ones that are going to be yellow are the ones I haven't clicked on yet. So for the back, see, it's like pulling up the yellow ones. Or for instance, I didn't look at the woman back, but the woman's side I had gray. So it's still gray. The only way to update that is to go to the three dots here, say delete browsing data. I only pick this one because if I click everything, it erases all my other shit and like that was annoying. So I just have to clear the cached images and files. And then when I go back here and I go to save draft, reopen it again or whatever, I go to the mockup library and now everything is refreshed and I can like download the yellow ones. And so like all of these will also have new fresh images to pull. Okay. So if I want to change it again, I got to edit the design. I'm going to pick a different color, save. The only ones that are going to be fresh are going to be the ones I didn't click on before, right? I'm just going to save it for the heck of it. Joggers, purple. Um, the man back, but see the man front is still yellow. Okay, you get it. Save selection. I'm moving on to the next part, which is in Canva. So then in Canva, I've got my my template of my joggers that I've already worked on. So this is my template actually for Etsy. I'm gonna for Etsy, and I say two more because I've already had like, one before this. So I try to be like sort of organized and at least name my files. It will be very helpful in the end. Um, So here, what I was going to say is Canva, here we go. Finally, the point is Canva being for professionals. You see, I did a step before that. Now I'm just using everything to sort of like streamline and save some freaking time. Like if I were to try to set this up in Illustrator, yes, I could do it, but like it just doesn't work the same for me. It's just, this seems to just be, so I have folders and I'm pretty organized. See, I have joggers, socks, silver. So if I go into joggers and I upload those couple of things that I just loaded up, my joggers purple, joggers yellow and blue. At least I can do all three at the same time. So here they are. And then from here, I can place that one. Well, first of all, Canva. Okay, beautiful. See, I just do things automatically. I don't even think to explain it. Has the background, right? Before I do the next one, I'm going to probably name this yellow jogger for simplicity. I'm going to remove the background. I'm going to make it the size that I want. And then I'm going to make a copy. And then all I have to do is go boop, and it will boop, and it will not only place it, but it'll also remove the background. And if you can't see the difference, I'm just placing it in front of a gray background. Um, So here it is again. And then all I have to do is go like this, gray, purple. Again, I know I could do this in Illustrator. This feels a lot easier for this particular step. And so just so you can see it, I have there's white back there. So this is just sort of a background that I do for my products and things. Okay, next thing. I want to put these up in Etsy. So this is my next step. I only want to download in a PNG so that it is, all this stuff, certain pages. I find this to be easier in Canva than in Illustrator because I either have to do like all the artboards, and I know it's digital, but I still feel like I'm piling things up in my garbage if I'm like re-exporting everything. Anyway, so here I can just do the ones that I want, PNG. And again, I think I want to say PNG and SVGs and stuff, you can't utilize if you don't have Canva Pro. So anyway, don't forget you can also save download settings. And also when you're doing just a quick tip, if you've never seen this before, if you do MP4 video, you don't have to do um everything all together. You can download pages as separate files. So like when I'm making these, I make little videos. I can show you that next. Well, I guess I'll show you that next. So I'm going to download the PNG. I only want 1, 2, and 3. And again, like here, they're all named, and I want to try to keep them very organized. So it automatically will go to my downloads. And right here, it is somewhat named, but I'm gonna just do like sample, just so that I like, anyway, I can leave it here or I can move it into my other files. But because I'm like showing you guys, I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing with it. So now I'm in my Etsy shop. I'm going in my joggers, and as you can see, I can go in here, and then here's where I upload the pictures and the video. So again, back to when I need the same thing as a video, which I have no idea how I would do in Illustrator. And I'm not doing anything special for my Etsy video listings because I'm not really sure what else to do. So all I do is I come here and I animate it so that it moves a little bit. I just use tectonic. It just is like a simple movement that moves over. It'll at least trigger the algorithm to, so that Etsy knows that I have a video. It likes the listings to have video, and until I figure something else out, this is what I've got. And this usually is pretty quick. Let's see, it says animate. It's already set, I think. Oh, maybe it's not. I thought my so that's kind of like you should probably start off doing that again before you copy it, and then all those settings will stay with it regardless. Anyhow, so then from here, my settings are saved from before. See, all I want is pages 1 through 3. Save. If I maybe it'll get messed up when I go here. Let's see. No, it stayed. And if you, check download pages as separate files, I've got some, 5-second long videos that I can actually, sometimes I have to edit them. I have to chop off the first like second or two because um, it's blank at first. It's kind of annoying. So there are like a few steps. So like if I were to go here, if you go to icons, you can see that it's they're normal videos, but see how it starts off blank. So in order for me to do, I guess I can't really upload those directly. Is that the deal? Man, I'm gonna have to check that. But anyway, so that's how I've been getting at least getting the the mock-ups, right? Instead of doing screenshots, which are probably low resolution, you know, at least here, I feel like the mock-up is at least most important. It doesn't have that little stupid handle on the side, or not handle, but it won't have these things. Um, so you can download it from here as well, which is probably a better step. But I guess that you could also do it like that. But it's not like forwarding. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. Hate it. And then if you click back, and then you just have to go back to, oh, well, maybe, oh, well, look at that. Oh my God. See, I just discovered a new thing. See, this is how you get it to be purple without having to clear the cache. Oh my God. It's a miracle. Okay. Well, we discovered several things together today, I suppose. I'm back because as I was editing that video, I saw that issue about the video being blank for the first few seconds, which can be taken care of in editing in Canva, which I should have just reiterate right. I should just reiterate right now. So, I'm in Canva. I'm got a jogger that I have animated it as tectonic. And it's a simple movement, but it says intensity, and maybe I just need to like crank it up. Um, which could be helpful, but now I gotta see if it's gonna actually let's see, let's find out. If we download this as an MP4, moving up the intensity of that tectonic animation, let's see if it will give me if it will get rid of that blank start at the start of the video. That's very, very frustrating. But let's see. There's always something else to think about. Always another step. So it looks like it has let's see. Yeah, I don't know. The true test is always uploading it into Etsy. So we can go to an expired listing just to see how it would work. Let's see what happens when we get this guy in there. Okay, so far so good. That may have taken care of it. Oh, let's preview. May have taken care of it. Yeah. So back to the originally scheduled programming.